Hello and welcome to this lecture. And in this lecture we will go ahead and learn how we can store data in the database. So now that we have learned how to create a database table by using models in Python and Django, let's now learn the steps involved in adding data to the database. So in the previous lecture we have created this item table which looks something of this sort. So it has those fields like the item name, the item description and the item price, and on the left hand side you will also have the ID field, which is nothing but the ID of the item which you enter there. So this ID field is going to be automatically updated by Django and you don't have to worry about it. So this is how the item table looks right now, because we have created the table but we don't have any sort of data entered into that particular table. So now let's learn how exactly we can go ahead and enter some data into this particular item table. So Django actually gives us something which is called as the database abstraction API, which allows us to perform a wide variety of operations. So this database abstraction API allows us to create an object, update an object and delete an object. So whenever you want to enter some data into these fields right here, you actually need to go ahead and create an object. So the first step which is involved in entering data into the database in Django is to first go ahead and create an object. So I hope you guys already know the concept of classes and objects from object-oriented programming. So whenever you need to create an object, you actually need to go ahead and you first need a class to create object of that particular class. Now we also know from the past lectures that whenever you want to create a model, you have something which is called as a class. So we always make use of a class while we create a particular model. Now in order to create an object of that particular model is nothing but creating object of that class, which means if we want to create the object to save data into these fields, we need to actually go ahead and create object of the item class. So now we can do that by using this database abstraction API, and there we have our first step of creating the object. Now the next step is to actually go ahead and save that object upon creation. So first of all we go ahead, create an object of this particular item class, and once we have created that object, we simply go ahead, enter some data into that object, and then we save that particular thing using the save method which we have indicated right over here. And once we do that, that data is now going to be stored into this table right here. Now if this thing sounds a little bit confusing, then in the upcoming lecture we will go ahead and we will actually practically implement this particular process of creating an object of the item class and then saving data into our database. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.